Hi there, and welcome to Gone Cooking, where I'm going to cook some of the dishes that I cooked for Paul on Gone Fishing, because we never had time to show you how they were cooked. Thought you might be interested, and also there's plenty of dishes I cooked for Paul which we didn't even show when we were back in the accommodation or out on the riverbank. Today I'm going to cook an outdoor corned beef hash. It's I don't know whether it's a unique recipe, but it's the recipe that me mum taught me when I was a nipper. So you might like to have a go at it yourself. It's probably my favourite comfort food. You know, I know some people turn to beans on toast, cheese on toast, Heinz tomato soup, that kind of vibe when they need some comfort food. Well, I always turn to a corned beef hash. I'll show you how to make it. We're also here with Lisa. The main thing with your potatoes, the secret to any potato dish, as far as I'm concerned, is the actual potato when you're purchasing the potato. And this is what I do. I break open one of the packets slightly, take a spud out, and you scratch it, take the skin off, yeah, like that, and smell it. And if it smells of nothing, it will taste of nothing. And if it smells like earthy, nutty, it'll taste lovely. 3 medium-sized potatoes, like that. Maybe that's about the size of my nose, is it? No. Three of these, usually about right for a tin, standard tin of corned beef. So I'll do 3. I might as well do it proper, mightn't I? I prefer clear water. I occasionally use rainwater, but stood outside with a pan, it can take up to 3 days to get enough. But it's up to you. It makes a delicious hash. I'm putting cabbage in the hash because I love cabbage, and it's very good for you. And I always use the Savoy cabbage, not that tight white cabbage thing, which I think is a bit tasteless. The Savoy's got a bit of oomph about it. Would Ted be all right if I pick him up? Teddy. So show everyone how you make a bomb, right? Oh, sorry, Ted. It's how you make a bomb, right? So you get the stuff, mix it up, right? That's right, Ted. You do, don't you? Then you put a case round it. Then you strike a match. You light the fuse, right? The fuse. Then wait, get back a bit, wait, and it goes. If it's a double one, and that's how you make a bomb. Well done, Ted. So we could, Ted could make some bombs, and we can blow up conservatories up and down the country. They've been cooking for about 12 minutes, something like that. And we're going to put the cabbage in. That'll reduce down. My dishes can tend to look very pale. During the war, just after the war, my mum worked for the American Red Cross during the war. And after the war, she was employed by the Ministry of Food to sort of go around the country showing the ladies how they could make do, you know, with egg powder, milk powder. So my mum was always a bit of a corned beef expert. If you get your corned beef, if your corned beef's cold, when it comes out, you'll see all the fat all around. This has got a bit hot. You'll see the fat all around the outside, and I think it's not a bad idea to scrape that off. See, there's some in there, bottom fat. That's the fat at the bottom there. So imagine that amount, remember it, and then if we scrape this fat off, when I made this in on the banks of the River Tees or whatever, it was absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. So here's hoping. It is kind of war food, isn't it? Yeah, that's not quite ready. I mean, it's just a bit of frou-frou really. I don't really need parsley, but it's a weird thing with cooking. Like, it's like the proof that you're a chef is that shot in it. Then everyone will say, "Oh, I can cook him."
you chop really quickly.
Yeah, wow, he's a good chef. But no, I'm not that man. Right, that's about done. So we'll set that to the side and we'll fire up our hash pan. This is garlic infused olive oil. And guess where I got it from? The shops. You don't need much, there's plenty of fat in the corned beef. Right, how do you cook this? So yeah, I'm just going to drain off these potatoes and cabbage. Best done at about this angle. I think I'd say that's about 38 degrees. 38 degrees? Yeah. The best meal I've ever had was I was in France with Vic. We drove through France on motorcycles, and we stopped at a hotel in Chartres, northern France. Chartres, beautiful city, and the menu was very, very French, and both me and Jim are not good at French. I know fenêtre, l'escalier, and voiture. That's it. So we didn't know what anything on the menu was, and then we saw one that said like beef, and we thought that is beef, that'll be a steak or something. So we went, la, da, sala, la, sala, whatever. And then about half an hour later, two waiters appeared with the things, the silver things, cloche thing, put it down our table, then absolutely coordinated, went like that. And on it was just two little like cockles and some jus or something, or whatever. And so we ate it. It was like just a tiny little thing. As soon as it was finished, they then came with another cloche. And there was another fancy dish on it. And anyway, to cut a long story short, what we'd done is we'd ordered the menu gastronomique, which was 14 courses. Cost us a fortune.
Was it nice?
But it probably was the greatest meal I've ever had, because it was there was that element of, if you order a menu gastronomic, maybe you start thinking that it's going to be great, or wow, big expectations, but we had none. We just thought we were going to get a steak. And we got all these courses and pudding wines and all sorts of stuff. I thought I was going to die. There's so much food in the guts. Yeah, we'll get some action.
So just roughly mashing it?
Yeah, so you just keep on top of it. Cactus salt, cactus pepper. The two most important things: a good dollop of Branston pickle, some ketchup, full fat ketchup. There it goes. And some broad beans. I like them tinned, but these are frozen ones. See how it goes. The key to these hashes is letting the bottom burn a bit. Turn the burnt stuff in, let it burn again, and then repeat. A bit like that film Groundhog Day. See, we're getting a tiny bit of burn there. That's the important thing. Those bits are freaking delicious. Try that, please. I mean, they're delicious.
Very good.
So I'm just going to burn the bottom a couple of times and incorporate that burnt stuff into the body of it. Think we got a bit of burnt? Yep. One final burning and then we're there. I bought this cooker yesterday and it was £12. I think that's probably one of the best value things I've bought for a good while. 12 quid.
Does
So
that include the 2 canisters?
no, the canisters were 4 for 9 quid.
Oh, that's not so bad.
You do need a maths graduate to work out what 4 into 9 is, don't you? Do you? Is it £2.25? Yeah, £2.25 for, and suddenly you're like an independent man. You know, you go through life. The first bit of independence is when you can ride your own bike, go anywhere you want. Then you learn to drive a car. You can go anywhere you want. And the final thing that makes you a man is when you've got your own cooker.
That
Right?
you can take
You
anywhere.
don't need a home anymore. Yeah, it gives you heat, gives you food. It's a companion of sorts. Makes a little nice hissy noise. So I think we'll have a bit of burnt there. Yes, we have.
There is something really nice about cooking food outside.
In terms of health-wise, the corned beef is 5% fat,
Yeah, which is
saturated
low.
fat, which is, it's not great, but that tin wasn't a very good example. Sometimes if it's nice and cold, all the fat is there, and you can probably get rid of 2% of it. Check out the burnt bit, Dave. That's where the action is. So I'll serve it up.
That is a. It does. No, it looks better, slightly better closer up. It's great. It really is.
Pretty simple, isn't it? My suggestion is that you try this for Boxing Day, you know, before the football, or I tell you what, for the darts final on New Year's Eve. It's often, I think, a neglected dish, you know, in these days of wanting quite exotic foods. You know, there's still a place for something like a corned beef hash because it's endured all these years because it's really actually rather delicious. And that's my gone cooking comfort food platter. Try it yourselves. You don't have to do it outdoors. You could do it in your basement. See you next time.